Hello everybody. This is going to go on a new vlog that I'm creating called the family vlog. I'll just call it family. Keep it simple. Based on everything I've been heard of, we all come from Adam and Eve, right? So there's some way, somehow, all of us is family. We're all connected somewhere along the ancestral lines. So this vlog is for that purpose. It's going to be, I'm going to connect the easiest lines that I can. I'm going to be talking to my mom. She's got a lot of these names memorized, the who's who, aunts, uncles, aunts, cousins, everybody. How we're tying back to some of that stuff she knows ties us back to same grandparents, same great grandparents type of thing, different lines that tie all the way back. So I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be kind of the idea that I had for developing this vlog is just recognizing that all of us have these, seems we all have these sort of like links to we have friends, we have people, we have connections, right? We just kind of, it seems random. Some of it does have a little bit of a purpose, or you meet them at church, or you meet them at school, different things like that. But you meet different people in your life who, come into your circle and you come into theirs, and just kind of stay merged throughout life in some way, shape, or form. You stay in contact, right? And then other relatives that you might have gotten disconnected to, even friends, you end up meeting back later on in life, you end up crossing paths again. There's all these amazing stories like that where people, meet up with someone that they knew from back in the day and fall in love and get married and all that kind of stuff. So all these amazing stories. So part of this today that I'm going to track, like I'd already met Misi, we call him Toa. I'd seen him before. I think he was a little kid when I was younger, but he was younger. He was like 5 years old, and I was like in my teens. He was running around with his little sister. So he has different memories than I have. I remember him being a little kid, but obviously I didn't hang out with him because he was little. But I saw him every now and then, saw him running around with his sister, and, I would say, hey, Toa, whatever. He's running around, little kid, running around with my other brothers and sisters. His memory of me is quite different, because obviously from his angle, he saw me and he knew I played music, things like that. Well, we just caught up today. Like, we ended up on some kind of, he needed some help with an activity thing. So I ended up going on the trip with him where we're chaperoning some folks. And we had to spend, all that time just waiting, different things like that. And we got to talk. And then I met another guy in that process who was also a chaperone. His name is Talite Sika, yeah. And I just found out Talite means treaty. I was trying to figure out if that name meant anything, and he said it meant treaty. And I was like, oh, cool, like a treaty. So he comes from the Sika family, which I never really knew who they were, but apparently it's a big line, and he was telling me about a lot of his story and background, which was cool. And got to know about their families, their children, things like that. So I met these two today. We had some pretty good, cool conversations about things. We connected on a variety of things that we, life experience type stuff. But interestingly enough, Toa was telling me that he found a relation to, he knew he was related to Talita's wife, but Talita himself, I think he said he found another connection to Talita. So I'm like, I think I know for sure if that's true, then I already know there's some connection between me and Toa. I'll have to ask my mom. She'll definitely, close that loop and we'll get that down. But this vlog has just helped jog my memory. As I have these conversations, I can start to really get the names down, And so those names, I keep repeating them in my mind, I'll be able to remember them better. And when I meet them again, I'll be able to be like, hey, I know you, I know your family, I know this, I know that. and we shared some stories, and I'll be able to share some of those stories on here. There's some amazing stories, and so I'll ask them permission if it's okay to share the story we talked about, before I share it. Right now, it almost sounds like a random name. I'm not giving any personal identifiable information at this point, but it's just a great opportunity to build this whole deal. Now, the idea behind this vlog is just to get the name associations down, find the connections, and then it'll be a lot easier, obviously, because we come from a small island in Tonga. So there's definitely going to be a lot of tie back to the island and some of the generations that come before us, second, third. We're like a second, third generation from the generation that left the islands. So we'll be able to definitely connect a lot of the ones that I'm meeting, a lot of my relatives, back to those lines. As far as friends that I have here and other associations, that's a whole another level of work. I do have a friend who does a lot of his own genealogy work. People that are doing their genealogy work are going to be able to trace back. And then I have ties. I might find a tie through, because my great-grandmother is half Scotch-Irish. So if I have friends that can go back to Ireland and Scotland, we might be able to find a common link, a common ancestor there, through my mom's side. So that would be fun to do. I would like to trace all of these down, and this vlog is going to be talking about how those things are traced, how I'm going to be tracking that stuff, and just kind of how that evolves over time. And for me, I'm mainly building it around I'm going to keep it simple, build it around my relatives that I already know that I could easily tie, to current grandparents and great-grandparents. And then I'm going to branch out to my closest friends, people that I've been associated with, who seem like we randomly met in life, and who knows if there's any coincidences there between our ancestors, or a common ancestor where we would tie in together from a common ancestor. So it'd be interesting to see how far we'd have to go back, and if we could even tie back to a common ancestor. It would just be, it may not always follow through, but some of them might. You never know. And there might be some stories along the pathway there. That's the point of this vlog, is just to kind of develop it out, and as it goes along, just learn how to shape it. And hopefully I know there's technology that can help out with mapping it out and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that. That's it. Hence the beginning of the family vlog. For now, I will be talking about, I'm going to do the easy connections first with Doa, and then see if there's any with the Sikas, and find out if there's any lines there that we could connect. And it'd just be interesting to tie in those links and just have that locked into my memory and locked into my mapping. And then I'll just move from there to some of the other ones, and just keep locking them in until I have a full-on roadmap of how the tree all connects back, how we all connect back. And then, of course, the other ones will be more challenging. Like some of my other, one of my best buddies, Chris. I know he does genealogy work, but he said he's from Welsh or England. So who knows if there's some. I don't know if I have any English ties in my ancestry, but we shall find out, guys. We shall find out. That's the point of this whole ordeal. So that's the point of this. Let's do it. Going to pick up my sister from the airport right now.